SMEs stand for small and medium enterprises, and definition of SMEs differ in different countries. In UK, SME would be a firm with at least £1 million investments, but compared to that in India, an SME would be a firm with less than 0.01 million investments. So that is huge difference between the definition of SMEs.
SMEs are very important because they are the engine of growth for any nation. In a country where SMEs are thriving, where small businesses can have access to the regulations they need to improve their businesses, they have access to markets, the economy of that country tends to do a lot better. They are the key employers of labor in most of the developing countries, and I would say in most of the member states. And that's why they are very critical, a critical subset that we need to be working with.
For Commonwealth, I think SMEs is extremely important because we have small island states where all firms would be SMEs with very few large firms. We have least developed countries, again majority of firms will be SMEs in least developed countries. Even in big developing countries like India, Pakistan, Malaysia, Kenya, Nigeria, the proportion of SMEs would be at least 80 to 85% of the total firms. This is the first of its kind trade summit that is taking place, where all Commonwealth countries, SMEs are going to come together to do business, to trade, to forge investment partnerships. And we are also bringing on the same platform the businesses and the policymakers. And policymakers are going to discuss and debate some topical trade issues like Brexit, like e-commerce, trade facilitation in services, and role of services in global value chains. So these are some of the interests and concerns of Commonwealth countries.
The capacity for some of the SMEs to supply their products to India is a bit greater than the access that they would have to the more developed market, where they are constrained by finances and by some standards that would impede their exports. So India is a growing market. It's a growing business partner for a lot of the SMEs, in our developing and least developed countries, and that's why they are very strategic. It's the most strategic place we could be hosting the summit right now.
So what we are expecting from this summit is different levels of engagement between the high-level policymakers, engagement between the SMEs of different Commonwealth countries, also sharing of innovative ideas and technologies across Commonwealth countries.
Governments don't trade. It's the it's the private sector that does the actual trade. So providing a platform for them to meet one another is the best that we can do to see an actual increase in that Commonwealth trade.